Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. You look at the defense for these Texans. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Come on, come on. Set.
To the air goes Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Play action. Stroud now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down, because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
This defense for the Commanders, it's much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Heath. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Stroud out of the gun here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Here we go, shot.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Henry running right. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. To throw is Daniels.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach.
Let's go now.
When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Dancing to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Heath. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Stroud to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And Stroud now to throw.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now a handoff up the middle. Heath, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Heath, credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here we go.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
All right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Hook up of 15 yards there. And it'll be 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Left side to Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving.
Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 42.
Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Let go.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6.
Let's go. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stroud sets up the play action. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Here we go. Look the hot. Look the hot.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Henry up the middle. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Throwing now is Daniels. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Daniels. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Get it.
Now Daniels.
And it'll be intercepted.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Up the middle they go. Heath. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Jeremy Chinn, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Stroud. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Go.
To the air goes Daniels.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Evans. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
Back to throw. Daniels.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
He'll buy some time right to the right side. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Heath. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Heath trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Oh,
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 106 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Heath. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Play action. Stroud now.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
Here's Stroud.
That's complete. It's Collins.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses.